This is so cool. It may bring him to the finals. And Dark, and look at this, he's building literally everything in this location. So if this were to be spotted and killed off, we go to the next game immediately. But it hasn't been spotted. Now Dark is looking, and we never had a Stalker made in the main, right?
This is incredibly on. Yeah, no, he didn't do anything. He has so few probes as natural. He has no gases as natural. That Overlord is scouting both everything and nothing. This is fast.
Dark should have looked under his bed as well. Because this has come in here now, and a very startled Dark is suddenly scrambling to try to handle this attack that's coming in here. These Adepts about to shade into the main.
Oh, man. All right, let's see how many drones he's going to end up getting here. The Queen definitely taking a bunch of damage here for the team.
Yeah, there's not going to be much of a team left anymore, the Protoss. I think he cancels that.
Yeah.
And he stays in the main. Now he's got the ramp here, so it's hard to get up to that.
A lot of Lings still being produced, like a lot of Lings.
Okay,
26 on the way. Some Roaches coming in now as well.
Keep in mind, you don't really have to get a Warp Prism right away with this because you're so close to his base.
This is, oh my God, look at the amount of Lings coming out for this gigantic surround.
So he's going to try to take out the outpost instead of taking out the attack, but that means that a lot of damage is going to be dealt over here. Now Classic is going to instead, this actually seems to be working. He's being drawn back. He wants to get rid of these Lings. I think tactically this was a brilliant move here by Dark, and now Dark's going to try to get him to chase this all the way away. Now the focal point for defense here with Classic is the Robo. You can't afford to lose the Robo here because Immortals are what allow you to have the closer. The Immortals can kill the Roaches and the Spines and everything else.
Now look at this. Like, he's just chronoing out Immortals, making a sentry here as well, building up this count of Adepts. And Dark is really focusing on Lings for the most part.
Now this group of Lings might save the day here. Dark is basically buying time. Damage has been curbed. He's sandbagging this rush. Remember, Classic's not making probes here.
I just want to know if he's making a Prism next. Is he making a Prism or a third Immortal?
I think he should make a, I don't know. I actually don't know on this one. This is a tough one to call.
It's a hard one. I think he's going to go with Immortals, but
I wanted to blurt something out and pretend I'm as good as these guys, but I'm not, so I'll keep it to myself. No Guardian, I guess no, why would you? Hold on, there it is. Guardian Shield now coming down here as the Roaches and Queen Circuit actually do some damage. It seems like Dark is beginning to push this back, and this attack's becoming obsolete. I don't think there's a plan B here if this attack is held, by the way.
Yeah, this is not feeling very good for Classic right now. Seems like Dark is held very, very well. Now, overall, the worker count is not impressive here for Dark, so I wonder if there's any chance of a transition. Classic has slowly started to drip probes back into his economy.
I think while worker count is low on both sides, the bigger picture is that if Dark can win the fight that's in the middle of the map, he will then destroy the infrastructure, which is also in the middle of the map.
Yeah, I mean, the most painful thing is the Robo.
Right.
Losing the Robo, that's super painful. The Twilight, not that much. The Gates,
but the Gates and the Pylons, I think it adds up to quite a bit, and I think then Dark can actually go to fourth base if he wants, as long as he can kill this army off. Now, it's hard to kill off an army like this because the Adepts can shade, but if the Adepts ever shade away, he beat me to it. If the Adepts ever shade away, you can kill the Immortals.
Yeah, this is
without
the last
Immortals, yeah. I guess he could try to kill the Fool here.
Recall it. Yeah, but then you don't even, I mean, you want him to make Lings over Roaches at the moment, I would say.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, man. So I think Dark has done it then. Like this.
GG.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see it. Let's see it.
A Voge! Voge!
He's going for it. Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
The scat, man.
Yeah. Okay.
My heart. Fluttering.
As it should be.
Flutter. Cannon. Sorry, Pylon.
Yeah. Do you cancel this hatchery down the bottom? Do you need to get anything else out here before the doors close?
I think it's so tricky. Because that Pylon's going to go down, which increases the range of what you can make down there. He cancels the Pylon there as it's not needed. This is all par for the course here with this rush. By the way, Protoss tech's behind this.
Yeah, very standard.
Now there's a cannon push coming in here.
Hey, look, he sees the gases and how they're... It seems to me like the gases are a little bit late here, right? He's making spines. Oh, that's the play. Okay, he's just going to spine bust it and use Lings, and that's going to work, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's really sloppy.
Careful.
The draft migration begins.
Careful. Take your time. We'll wait for you, Spine Crawler. No, really. Huh. Well, that was
Okay. They retarget. I'm just gonna let them do what they do. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's best to kill the Lings at this point.
Yeah, the Lings matter more than the Spines do.
So that was a pretty good hold. Huh.
Now this is the ladder game, and the Zerg types in, you have no skill at this game. Okay, so there's an Immortal coming here.
You know, if you just look at the bases right now, how they look, how like...
I love that this Overlord gets
away
away from the Sentry.
Oh my god, yeah, that's funny. Don't worry, another one's coming.
Yeah, finish where he started.
Well, look, it's like a row of spines here in front of the Zerg base, and then like the Protoss is walled in with a forge that's spinning before his Nexus is complete. Like, yeah, no, this is a plat game that we're watching here.
Yes. Okay, sad day when you have to kill the cybernetics core off to get out of your base, but that's the reality that we live in.
Dark not doing anything except roach speed at the moment. He is taking his third. There we go, infestation pick coming up. Yeah, this could be a really good situation for Swarmhost, I think, right?
Man, it uses Gorilla and Tactic to then hurt the Protoss. You know, he could. How many Swarmhosts do you need to target down a Nexus in one shot? Do you know the number?
No, I don't know the number. Less than you think.
I know we've had a couple times the pro gamers had exactly one less when we cast them.
Well, I guess it has to do with how close you're launching too, because of the lifespan of the Locust, and then like if they have it, how much damage do they have there and all that. But he has enough Stormhosts right now that a launch will kill a Nexus no matter what. So you'd have 10 shield batteries around. Well, they can't heal at the same time, but you get my
I get my
drift.
If Dark tries to move around and the Locusts get isolated, Classic is going to murder all of them. But a play like this is great.
That was the perfect location for that even. Amazing. Look at this.
Whoa, where are these Roaches and Ravagers coming from?
Yeah, no, that was weird, but that was awesome too.
They're not even sure how they got there.
Yeah. But that was fantastic. He nailed them as they were coming up the ramp. So pretty much maximum damage done with those Locusts.
Dark is almost maxed out, by the way, whereas Classic is at about 100 supply.
20 Swarmhosts and 18 Roaches.
Now, again, Dark seems to be a stronger player the longer the game goes on. If Dark wins here, we're going to go to the final match.
Oh, that's so crazy.
So, I mean, even though Classic had a really strong showing early on, it doesn't seem like he might have had, assuming he loses this and then loses the next game, that would show us that Classic didn't come with enough excellent strategies to beat Dark. At the end of the day, oh, that was funny. At the end of the day, the more games that these two guys played, Dark seems to come out on top.
Swarmhost.
Now, this army is clunky and slow from Protoss. It's very strong, but Nidus with Swarmhost could cause a nightmare on the other side of the map.
Yeah,
By the way, the War Prism can't get inside the main. Oh my god.
Oh, this could be very, very good. Here
Almost had some drones come into that fight. He needs to try to, oh, it looks like the Locusts are not going to quite connect. That could have been much more brutal.
Wow, good movement there by Classic.
I wonder if that was a bit of a mistake there by Dark he might have wanted to actually lose a few more of those Roaches and Ravagers to let those Swarmhosts connect. Somehow this thing is alive, by the way, that we're watching.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Let's just up it. Put it in there. There's what I'm talking
it's
about.
It's got a health. That's enough.
Yeah. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Okay, it's time for the Nidus. Oh my god. This is going to kill a lot. He's going to see it. Oh my god, look at that prism! Do you have time? No.
No. Okay, so he's now going to have these out on the map. Now,
hold on, if you can target that down.
Oh yeah, if he could actually shoot down the Nidus, but I don't know that he can. The Immortals are pretty far back.
Yeah. Seems like Dark dealt with that fine. And you know what? Classic dealt with that fine as well.
I'll tell you what though, had that War Prism not seen that Nidus, the main would have been in shambles.
Sometimes that'll make the Protoss kind of freak out and look for it.
That's a good point.
Oh, good set of Locusts coming out. Wow, that group of Roaches is going to go down. Ooh, landing a bunch of the Locusts here now. Actually killing a bunch of them with his own Biles. Time to turn around.
Damn. Okay, he's starting to tear through this army.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Ravagers. Look at this. Ooh. Taking no flack from Immortals anymore.
Having their revenge for once.
Yes.
And with the Greater Spire on the way, as Classic tries to rebuild that same type of army, that's not going to be the army he needs.
So it looks like Dark should set up for the killing blow here. I guess I didn't realize how long this game's actually gone on for.
And look, he's hoping. This is the type of situation as well where you're just kind of hoping as Classic that your opponent just stays on this unit comp. So he's just getting out those Immortals as quickly as possible, but with Corruptors on the way, we're going to have Broodlords next.
Robo goes down. Goodbye armor upgrade. Denied there, no level 2. Plenty of other tech inside the main here. It's going to be hard to get up the ramp. And as the Protoss army comes towards the ramp, we have more Niduses popping up here. And I think eventually there's going to be too many tasks and locations to juggle here on the on the Protoss side of the map.
Oh yeah. Well, the Broodlords are like the end of it, right? Like if he doesn't leave before they get there, he will when they do, because he doesn't have things that shoot up right now.
And look at this. That's how fast that Nexus dies. I think Classic is basically processing this loss. And this is a scary moment here for Classic because he had a win. It was 3-1 in his favor. The games have gotten actually crazier in the last 2 games, this one included. And now we're probably going to go to our final game unless something insane happens here that we just don't see coming. I mean, the only thing I guess I could point out is that it is still 4 base to 3 base now, but Dark's army is almost impossible for Classic to try to grapple with.
Yeah. Well, these Broodlords are just, you watch, as soon as he sees them, he's going to GG, I think. Because the best he can do is throw down a bunch of storms, which every Protoss on Earth knows isn't going to kill him, and then they clean you up. Ready? Here we go. Classic not going to be happy with this. See that head turn? That's a
yeah, that's very Korean. Tilt of the head.
Yeah. That's the defeated moment.
Yep.
See, there's those side storms that don't kill the Brood.
We're just going to watch this probe.
Yeah. I don't think it's a cannon rush, but
no, I think he wants to. He's going back to his roots, going back to the old hatch block.
Yeah. Okay. Dark.
There it is, pylon block.
Yeah, Dark not sending a drone across the map or anything. We did see him try to hatch block the Nexus on game 1. It's cool though, with everything on the line, the Robo is the way to go.
As I'm watching this develop, I'm liking it more and more. I think this is among all the builds that, oh God, these Lings are just going to get in
That's
there.
quality.
That's actually...
That's a good scout.
Yeah, I was going to say that among all the builds that we could expect here, I think this one probably has the highest chance of working. I think he tried to be crazy in the last 2 games. We were talking earlier on. Oh, I didn't realize the Robo was actually there. I thought it was in the main, so he hasn't scouted it yet.
I thought it was too. And now Dark's... Wow. Now, let's not forget how many proxy games there were. So Dark right now, he's looking at all the dark spots on the map. But dark spots so far in this series have been Classic spots.
Yeah, and if you notice, once again, he's checking the corners. But I would imagine if he checks all the corners, what would he immediately think? He might think it's that strategy again. That Classic is going to go for the triple in a best of 7.
All right, well,
and so he's probably going to then check the center. So I think there's still quite a bit of ambiguity here for Dark. And this Overlord's certainly not in range to see the Robo yet. So despite...
Well, sees the prism.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
That would probably tell you.
My bad.
Unless that is a hallucinated prism this early that's just going to stay on this side of the map. That would be an SOS level move.
Instead of coming down and checking for a third, seeing the absence of the third should say, well, actually just seeing this push should say that here comes that timing attack now.
4 more Stalkers on the way from the natural wall, and this is a lot of damage output that Classic has right now. Let's see if Dark can hold on. This force field's going down very quickly. No bios thrown on them as of yet. Oh my God, the drone's already being pulled. Dark looks like he's in trouble here.
Okay, so far so good. The Immortals are still in good health. That's what we want to watch for when you're against Roach Ravager. He's pushing forward. The Warp Prism's still okay. Dark could come down here and corrosive bile this Warp Prism, but you can see the zoning game, the Footsies game here from Classic is too good. He's gonna, I think, Dark's gonna have to ditch this expansion. Now, does Classic try to dive in? Yes, he's gonna take out this hatchery before pushing any further. That's gonna give the Ravagers time to complete. But I think in this case, that's actually the best bet, because how many biles do you really have?
Yeah, it's very true.
Friend?
Oh, it's going to be very tough here to hold on. Look at just so much damage in this army. A ton of Stalkers out there. There is a counterattack going on right now, but a big wall at home right now for Classic.
Okay, Classic's made enough ground here. He just needs to stay away from these biles. He's going to push through. Now, no Lings here to help defend.
Some biles are definitely hitting off and on. Okay, trying to keep that damage on. It has to warp in at home some units here.
Yeah, I see the perfect number of Adepts and Zealots back there. Again, it's 2 base versus 2. Whoa!
Ooh, taking some extra damage. Some of these biles really landing. Look at this. He's actually having a little bit of hard time with his micromanagement right now.
Yeah, it's very hard to move through this area. There's so many biles that can be spammed out. The War Prism barely moves out of the way of the attack there.
Yeah, that could have been a very insane move there from Dark. Look at this, the drone's being pulled once again, though. He's in so much trouble. Classic continuing to push forward. He's up 20 army supply.
Oh, these Immortals are so squishy. He cannot afford to lose them. Biles still buying time, but of course Zerg still has no third base.
More biles coming down right now. Dark continuing to produce what he can. Throwing those biles down, continuing to hit a lot of them as well.
He's gonna go for it, he's pushing in. Push comes to shove. The drones have been pulled. I don't think Dark has enough.
Yeah, those drones coming back. All of his Ravagers starting to take a ton of damage here. The biles being thrown out, but not enough hitting anymore.
Oh my God, it's now the hatchery being used for cover. There's no workers left. So many of these Ravagers low on HP, and it seems that Classic has done it.
Oh, this is just about it. Classic, after so long, after so many years, back in the GSL Code S Finals.
That was so sick. Oh my God.